Tupelo leaders are continuing to keep an open dialogue on race relations between the police and the community. WCBI's Allie Martin reports.
Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton called for a joint meeting of the city's Police Advisory Board and the Community Outreach Task Force for Monday morning after protests over the death of George Floyd turned violent in larger cities over the weekend.
You need to come forward and say what happened is wrong.
Pastor Chris Traylor is president of the Lee County chapter of the NAACP. He wants elected leaders and others in key positions to publicly denounce the death of George Floyd, saying it would go a long way to calm the outrage seen across the country.
Once a suspect is under control, any application of force is to be halted.
Late last week, Tupelo Police Chief Barty Gary sent a letter to the mayor and to council members condemning the behavior of the Minneapolis officers in the death of Mr. Floyd. He says tactics used by those officers are not taught by Tupelo police at the North Mississippi Law Enforcement Training Center.
We hold ourselves to a higher standard, so we're going to make sure that our officers do not even practice anything near what we saw on video. It is appalling to all of our officers, to see another officer conduct themselves that way.
Officers also undergo ongoing training in race relations, de-escalation of a situation, and other exercises. Mayor Shelton believes it's important for everyone to have their voices heard and to trust city leaders and officers on the street.
Tupelo is the first city in the state to have a police advisory board. We're one of the first cities in the state to have body cams for all of the officers.
Dr. Richard Price is pastor of North Green Street Church of Christ and chairman of the Mayor's Community Outreach Task Force. He says these critical times will impact future generations.
I think we need to ask ourselves, what are we expecting out of the next generations, and what do we expect the fabric of our city and our country and our world to look like? I'm hoping that it'll be the same type of continuance of dealing with hard issues, because they're there and we can't ignore them, but also a willingness to see each other and to begin to get to know each other in different ways.
This is the first joint meeting of the two groups, but the Police Advisory Board and the Mayor's Community Outreach Task Force meet on their own every month. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.